What's up everyone? This is Siege Panto, your digital nurse from London. So I'm working today, it's a Saturday, it's a weekend, and I'm working from home. And kanina sa morning meeting namin, I was given diabetes patient. So I was allocated to the diabetes virtual ward. So I have right now a total of 7 patients, only 7. Medyo chill lang siya. And it's a mixed patient. So I say mix kasi these patients have different platforms, no? So we use different platforms para ma-monitor yung blood sugar nila. So I have patients na they're on telephone monitoring. I also have patients who are on Gluco, which is an app. And also may isang patient din na naka-libre sensor, which is a continuous monitoring sa blood sugar nila. So naka-attach yung sensor, and whole day, 24 hours, 24/7, meron akong record sa blood sugar ng pasyente. So kasi bago lang itong virtual ward namin sa diabetes, kaya madami kaming platforms. Wala pa kaming isang specific platform. Unlike sa other pathways na isang platform lang ginagamit namin para syempre hindi ma-confuse yung clinician ba. Kasi iba talaga kung isang platform lang, hindi ka na mag-switch ng mga platforms or ng mga websites para ma-monitor yung patient. Okay, so my patients are on diabetes medications, of course, because their blood sugars are being managed. So may mga patients na naka-insulin, of course. So merong long-acting medication or long-acting insulin. Merong din both long-acting tsaka short-acting. So right now, pasyente ko merong long-acting na Lantus, merong Abasaglar, merong Levemir. Ewan ko, ang hirap ng mga names ng insulin. Lalo na yung mga long-acting medications, I don't know kung bakit ganun yung mga names nila. Pwede naman easy names. So sa short-acting naman, merong mga patients na naka-Novorapid. Usually, Novorapid talaga yung short-acting ng pasyente. But ngayon, meron akong isang pasyente na Fiasp na insulin, which is a short-acting insulin din. So aside from short-acting, may mga patients din, or yung mga patients ko ay oral diabetic medication. So common lang naman yung mga medications namin like metformin, linagliptin, glycoside. So yun yung mga common medications lang ng pasyente. And meron din pala akong isang patient dito na naka-steroids, naka-prednisolone siya, and we all know na yung mga steroids or prednisolone can contribute to high blood sugar. So yun, that's one of the reasons din kung bakit yung pasyente nasa virtual ward, para ma-monitor yung blood sugar nila. Okay, so let's go to the frequency of monitoring. So we have this platform na, so we check their blood sugar according to their management plan, according to kung anong gusto ng doctor or anong gusto ng clinical nurse specialist. So when the patient is being referred to us in the virtual ward, we also receive their management plan. So in that management plan, andun yung frequency. So ngayon, ang frequency ng pasyente, it's 2 or 4 times a day. Wala pa akong patient na one time lang or more than 5 or more than 4. So usually yan, pre-breakfast or the fasting blood sugar, or 3 times yung pre-breakfast, pre-lunch, pre-dinner, or pag 4 times naman, it's pre-breakfast, pre-lunch, pre-dinner, tsaka pre-bed. And so sa management plan din, andun din yung medication adjustment. So yung trabaho talaga ng virtual ward nurse is to monitor the blood sugar, monitor the symptoms, tsaka advice of medication changes. So usually we increase or decrease the insulin depending on the blood sugar of the patient. So chine-check namin, kunyari 2 consecutive days yung pasyente may mataas na blood sugar in spite of taking insulin. So nandun sa management plan kung paano namin i-increase yung insulin. Usually, mag-increase kami ng 2 units or mag-decrease kami ng 2 units para sa pasyente. So, meron akong patient ngayon na yung blood sugar niya is 21, 22 for the past 2 days and nang-increase yung insulin niya 2 days before. So, dahil sa management plan, nakalagay dito if the fasting blood sugar is out of range for 2 consecutive days, then I have to increase the insulin dose. So, kinausap ko siya kanina and I advised the patient to increase his insulin by 2 units tomorrow. And tingnan natin kung mag-effect ba yung increase ng 2 units. So, ngayon naman, let's go to the symptoms check. So, yung symptoms check naman, ginagawa siya together with the blood readings. So, depende if the patient's blood sugar is above the range or high. So, we ask the patients of the hyperglycemic symptoms like, for example, polyuria, polydipsia, blurry vision, tiredness, abdominal pain, ganyan, mga ganyang symptoms. And also, kung yung pasyente is hypoglycemic, 4.5 or below 4, below 3.5, of course, tinatanong namin kung ano yung symptoms nila related sa hypoglycemia. Andun yung mga feeling hungry, mga cold and clammy, mga weakness, ganon, mga palpitations, ganyan. So, importante din yan kasi basing on the symptoms and the blood sugar readings, dun magbe-base yung next action namin. So, ang action namin is either we escalate it to the consultant or doctors or clinical nurse specialist. But if we are worried of the blood sugar medications and the symptoms and the patient is feeling unwell, then automatic na yan 999. So, ngayon, kakatapos ko lang mag-morning review. Na-review ko na lahat ng mga pasyente ko. They're all okay. Some of them pala, hindi sumagot. Like, I have one patient na hindi sumagot this morning, which is understandable kasi it's weekend and minsan tulog sila kasi they're resting, galing sa trabaho kahapon, so they want to sleep. Of course, sinong hindi gusto matulog ng weekends, diba? So I give them time. I usually call them a bit later para ma-check yung blood sugar nila and symptoms. So it's flexible din naman para sa mga pasyente. You always think of the patient as well, hindi lang yung kasi kailangan kong tapusin yung trabaho mo, kailangan ko siyang tawagan and all. So yun. What else? We have catch-ups din with my colleagues and my nurse in charge. So twice a day, meron kaming catch-up sa afternoon and also sa gabi before we end the shift. So in total, meron kaming 3 meetings sa morning, sa afternoon, tsaka sa evening bago matapos yung shift. And kung wala na kaming ginagawa, like ngayon tapos na ako morning review, we're just on standby in case may mga patients na tumatawag and all, so we can advise them. But yeah, it's a very chill job. Easy lang siya. Hindi talaga siya physically stressful kasi nakaupo lang naman ako dito. But you have to use your brain cells. You have to think kasi especially dito sa diabetes virtual ward wherein you adjust insulin medications or adjust medications. Kailangan mong pag-isipan kasi hindi naman pwede na advice ka lang ng advice without thinking, without basing your clinical decision sa blood sugar nila or sa symptoms nila. Delikado din yun, di ba? Insulin to eh. So, ayun. Nga pala, so, if the patient tells us na tapos na yung ubos na yung medications nila, we advise them to go to their GP or call their GP for top-up medications. Kasi when the patient gets discharged from the hospital, they will get a discharge letter, diba? Nakalagay dun yung medications and nakalagay dun GP to review or GP to continue. So, GP lahat. But in special cases na di talaga ma-reach ng patient yung GP, our doctors can prescribe and they can collect the medications from the hospital pharmacy. Ayun. So that's it. That is what I'm doing today, Saturday, and off ako tomorrow. Actually, ngayon lang ako nag-work. So, but sometimes, no, I work 3 straight days kasi request ko siya na mag-work 3 straight days or consecutive days para may continuity of care. So, it's easy na lang. Sa first day lang siya medyo nag-struggle kasi hindi mo kilala yung pasyente mo. But second day, third day, you get to know them. In fact, meron akong record dito sa mga may document ako dito to track their blood sugar para easy na lang ako mag-decide or mag-track sa blood sugar nila. I have my own document. But anyway, so yun, different style naman sa pag-work, and what is working for me, hindi ibig sabihin na nag-work din siya sa ibang mga colleagues ko. But I share to them what I use or what I do para din naman pwede nilang i-try and check kung okay sa kanila. So yun lang. If you've got any questions, guys, if you have any suggestions, please do message me. And don't forget to follow me, guys, kung gusto niyo yung mga videos na to and you learn from my videos. Please do follow me. Again, this is Siege Manto, your digital nurse from London. See you soon!